Ahoy, mateys. I was just trying something new. Uh, Tina's last video that I watched, at the end, it shows her walking away from the camera and then the video ends. I thought, well, that's pretty cool. I might try that if I had more of a series. But then I got thinking, well, the live streams are kind of like a series, so that's why I tried this. Just come walking up to the camera. Welcome aboard, everyone. Nancy Drew, I'm so glad that you popped in because we didn't see you the other night, and I was kind of worried, hoping that you were okay. Let me check my phone here a second. Okay, I don't know why it beeped. I sent a message to George Ann, but I thought maybe she was answering me when I heard it beep. Crystal, welcome aboard. Good to see you. Yeah, it was a pretty good video there, William. Diane Phoenix is here. Welcome aboard. Renee, hello. Kyle's here. Linda Barker. I met some people in the past few days on my traveling. I have not met the featured channel yet in person, but you never know. Let's see here. This will be a little hard to see. They're from Alberta, Canada, and haven't really. They started out as YouTubers a few years ago. Then they kind of wasn't doing anything on YouTube, but now they're starting to get back into it. The lady says they got a lot of content to do some editing and get that up there. But their name, okay, pop up from Rose. Their name is Johnson's Adventure Quest. Okay. I didn't get to talk to them as long as I really wanted to. I can tell you that they're from Alberta, Canada. They've been traveling for I don't know how long. This summer, they were out in Nova Scotia, so we had some common things to talk about there. And when I saw them, yesterday. They were heading to Santa Fe, New Mexico. After that, I don't know where they're going, but I have subscribed to their channel. Again, that's Johnson's Adventure Quest. Nice people. Then the other is not, it's a Instagram channel, I guess you could call it. They gave me a thing. They do a lot on Instagram, and the channel the Instagram handle is Where's Geraldo. I saw this lady, she's trying to get this little statue to stand up next to a historical marker. But we were still we were just barely in New Mexico out of Arizona. And, it was windy. But anyways, I got to chatting with them. I actually do not know their first names. And I haven't been on Instagram to check out their channel, but I'll get around to it. Seems like I need a whole box of round tuits. This morning I was trying to, I figured out approximately 200 to 300 miles by the time I, leave here about 11 and head that way. I'm like 50 miles from Texas, going at an angle on Highway US 54. And that will angle me across the state of Texas for about 100 miles. And then I'll be in Oklahoma. And then another, maybe, probably call it 100 miles, is a place called Beaver. And there's a park there that I want to stay at. I've been online. I find out all kinds of information about it, but I can't seem to make a reservation. Now, this company that I've been using, Reserve America, I typed in the name of the park and not found. So then I went to a different company that I think it's called, I don't know, it's another booking company. They didn't have any information on it either. So then I went to the state of Oklahoma, and they refer you back to TripAdvisor or something. Like, I think I'm just going to drive, take my chances when I get there. Brene wants clues. Well, part of them were in the description, and one of them was a thumbnail. Then the past 2 or 3 thumbnails. You should know this person, Brene. I'll be surprised if you don't guess who it is. Single, solo female. She's been on the road for, I don't know, 7 years. Minivan. Has a dog. At first I didn't think she had a pet, but yes, she does have a dog. I forget how many subscribers she has. That I can't remember. She's currently in the Pacific Northwest area. She used to live across the street from you, Brene. Well, I don't know. She's from California. She's been to Florida. She's been quite a few places. There's a few people on M24 who know who she is. Let's see, what else? Oh, and Kyle knows that her middle initial of her name is A. And that's pretty much, other than that, you'll have to ask me, Brene. But I think she lived across the street from me at one time. I don't know if Brene heard me. I realized that was from when we first started. Oh, there she is. So, Crystal, where are you guys at? I'm in Logan, New Mexico is where I'm at currently. I'm not ready to recommend this place. It's not so bad. They don't seem to have their stuff together. And I'm not the only one that is expressing a little bit of consternation with that. Technically, this campsite that I'm at, where you can see, okay, the campsite is Z6. Well, yesterday morning when I reserved it, everything's fine. And then I, Google mapped how to get here. And sure enough, it took me to Ute, U-T-E. I'm not maybe saying it properly. Ute or Ute, I don't know, U-T-E State Park here in Logan, New Mexico. So I'm driving up, it's either 54, and there was a sign, State Park. So I pull in. And Google agreeing with me. And I come up over this hill, and sure enough, there's the lake ahead of me. It's a reservoir lake. And I get down to the end of the road. I'm still listening to Google. And there's, gates that are closed. It's a private ranch. I can't remember the name of it. But Google said, well, take the second right. Well, the second right went directly into it dead ended in a field. The first right, I backed up and I took the first right, which was real rocky and bumpy, but then it was paved. And I'm driving along this paved road. It is pretty wide, wider than a normal 2-lane road. It's almost like it had a center lane. There were no stripes or anything like that. And then I realized about maybe just over a quarter mile, it ended. Just come to an end. There was nothing. I could see the lake off to my left. Off to my right was nothing, just bare ground. Or bare, normal land for this area. Grassy, a few scrubby trees here and there, and that's it. I realized it was an airstrip. Didn't look like it'd been being used much, but there was no windsocks or no lights, none of that. But definitely was an airstrip at one time, whether it was military or private, I don't know. Or maybe both. Let me scroll down here a minute. So I redid the phone, started up GPS again. Phil, welcome aboard. And Traveling Mike is here. Welcome aboard. And I got up where that ranch was, went up the road a little ways. Pretty soon, here comes a car. I kind of flagged him down. Well, actually, there was 2 cars. The first one, he just blew on by, didn't care that I was standing practically in the middle of the road. The next one pulls up and he says, "Can I help you?" I said, "Yeah." I showed him the thing. I says, "GPS just took me to a landing strip. It says it's a state park." He just cracked up. He says, "Just follow this road and it'll take you right straight to it." Thank you. So I did, and sure enough, there it was, state park. There was a pit toilet by the gate or the entryway, and the sign, usual sign with all the rules, regulations, blah, blah, blah. So I started pulling in, and I'm looking. I'm supposed to have an electric site number 6. I'm driving through here, and it is barren. There is nothing. And you got to be careful driving. There's no camps. There's campsites. You can kind of see where people have camped. But it was primitive. So I get back up to the top of the hill, and there's a couple guys. They were reading the rules on the sign. I said, "Been here before?" "No, we've never been here." I says, "Are you from around here?" "Oh, yeah, we're from Logan." "Oh, well, cool. Where is the state park?" He said, "Well, this is part of it, but there's another part. You got to go out to the main road, go towards Logan, and then there'll be another sign." And they were right, sure enough. And GPS agreed this time once I got out on the main road. And there was another sign that said State Park 10 miles. And then pretty soon I saw a sign, turn left. Same deal again. There was a boat launch. There was people hiking. There was a pit toilet. And there were no campsites. So I drove away from there. And I thought, I'm going to go into the town of Logan. And sure enough, I went into the town of Logan, and there was a sign, State Park. And here I am. But I'm pulling in. I'm like, okay, which way do I go? this loop, that loop. Well, it said, I just turned right, Sure enough, campground number 6. And here we are. But I thought, it just don't feel right. So I looked at my reservation. It said Logan's Loop 006. Well, I'm on Zia's Loop Z6. Now there's another loop that goes the other way. I can't remember what it's called. But I thought, you know what? No big deal. I went. There was nobody around, but there were some people camping just a few sites away. So I went and spoke with them. Oh yeah, Z stands for electric. Really? And okay, Z, zap, whatever. That's kind of humorous. So I said, the heck with it. If I'm wrong, I'll find out. I plugged in and, everything went fine. But then I did some more walking around before it actually got truly dark. I walked up by where people were driving in. And this lady, she's really could tell, she's looking all over the place. And like, I kind of approached her and she says, where am I supposed to go? I said, do you have a reservation campsite number on it? She says, no, I don't have that. I said, well, I don't know what to tell you. I said, but I'm kind of lost too, but I've got a campsite and if I'm wrong, I'll pay the piper in the morning. I said, you can park by me. Well, she went a little further down. She's not that far away. But she had no idea. And then before I even started walking back here, another truck pulls up. Guy says, where's I forget, he said actual number. I said, well, this loop goes up to 25. His was like 29 or something like that. I says, probably that loop there. He says, well, the name isn't right. I said, well, I'll tell you what, I don't think my name is right either, but I'm sick of looking anymore and I'm going to park. He says, that's what I'm going to do too. So there's at least 3 of us that we don't have no clue what we're doing, but I did figure out there is yet a 4th location for the state park. Hell, I don't know, there might be 6. I'm in number 3 state park, but I'm in the wrong loop. Got the right number, but the wrong loop. And I'm surprised that some park ranger hasn't come by. What are you doing in that spot? They haven't. And guess what? I don't think anybody is going to be saying anything. Because after this live stream, in the next 45 minutes, I'll be packing up and getting the heck out of here. At least the electric worked, Didn't really need it other than for the microwave. And, it's kind of nice to have, power these up on electric, the phone and the computer, charge them up on regular electric. Normally I use the battery off the truck. And, kind of nice to have the electric light to read by and whatnot. Yeah. Was it worth the extra $5? Yeah, kind of. It's all right. Would I recommend this park? Not yet. Not yet. I'll tell you maybe a year from now if I ever come back here to actually find Logan's Loop. Somewhere that way maybe. But I mean, you got to leave the park and go down the road and find another entry. From here, I can see, suburbia. I see houses and there's looks like industrial over here. I don't know. I did see looked like camp host driving through this morning on a little John Deere cart thing, and there was another guy riding, and they were, picking up trash. It's kind of windy here, and last night it got very windy. So I could see trash blowing around last night. Sure it was accidental, not people just trashing. I've had it happen to me. You got a bag, one of those plastic bags, and you got it in a box in the back of your camper, and all of a sudden the wind just says, nah, you don't need to be there. And they pull that bag right out of the box and take off with it. That's the way it goes. All right. Uh-oh. Sounds like Crystal bumped her head. Let's scroll down. Guarding myself? You're talking about me, Diane? Hey, she didn't camp by me. Oh. Lewis and Rebecca are here. Let's see, how did Kobe rename that? Lubecca. Welcome aboard. I'm surprised Rose isn't here yet. Okay, Mike. Yeah, I'm in Logan, New Mexico. My next landing spot will probably be Guyman. I think it's Guyman, Texas. That's probably where I'll do the broadcast from, or if I make it farther, Guyman, Oklahoma. Yeah. So I'll be crossing the state of Texas. I'm thinking by about broadcast time, I'll be about Guyman. Hopefully, what I'll be doing is when it gets to be time to go live, I will be looking for a signal. So then Oklahoma yet tonight, and then tomorrow won't be long. I'll be in the state of Kansas, and then I'll start heading due east. Right now, I'm kind of heading on a northeasterly direction on US 44. You're doing the daily walk. Well, that's good, Sonia. In the mall. No, I have not met the feature channel, Kyle. I want to. No, it's not Ladybug Out, and it's not Daphne, the blind dog. No. Does she have a cargo trailer? No, she does not. And Brene is thinking who used to live across the street from her. No. Yeah, I met Goddess Mama. Yeah, it's not her. I need to visit her channel. I haven't visited it at all in quite some time. Steve, welcome aboard. Crystal is in Tennessee, sitting on a farm. Well, that sounds fun. You're not going to get in all kinds of shit trouble like Bree, are you? She had some stories. No, it's not Sarah, Phil. This channel that I met, that are from Canada, they know, they watch Wonder Hussy. And I had made a joke the other day when when I was at Bottomless Park, which I love that place. I will definitely recommend Bottomless Lake State Park in New Mexico. That's a great place. Um, but I got to chatting with Jason and Sandy. That's the okay. Help me out. What's their channel name? Johnson's Adventure Quest. That's Jason and Sandy, and then they have two dogs, Milo and Maggie. And they're from Alberta, Canada. But they said that Wander Hussey had been at Bottomless Lakes State Park. Well, I missed that episode, but I joked about meeting Sarah there because bottomless would have made for great content. But anyways, it's not Sarah. Steve saying hello to everybody. Is that Ute State Park? Yes, it is, Steve. I don't, I guess I'm pronouncing it right. Ute. That sounds like Canadian for out. Check it out. Here, asked Lou Alonzo, Aussie journalist, roast, Top Gun pilots, David Faber. Wow. Mobang, welcome aboard, Tim. Some White Claw. That's what I was trying to think of. That's one of Bree's go-to adult drinks, White Claw. Oh, Oki's going to breakfast ready. Okay, no problem, Steve. Good morning, Lucas. Woof woof. Good morning, Lucas. Let me know if he's looking at the TV. I might as well be the campground host, wandering around trying to direct people, blind leading the blind. Wandering Hussey. Brene, that's not pronounced. Phil. Brene is going to crack me up. Anyways, no, it's not Wonder Hussey. I don't see it. No, I don't believe that Sarah has a dog. But the feature channel does. %, cranberry seed. Now I'm starting to put two and two together. Sounds like Crystal had some White Claw and ended up bumping her head somehow. Basic journey. It's a chick and her dog. That fits the bill, Kyle. That's Chantel. But the only thing that doesn't totally fit is that I've met Chantel. I've not met the feature channel. So it's not Basic Journey. Soci-type minds think alike. Timmy Ray, do you know the channel? Yeah, I think you could get in a little bit of trouble, Crystal. When you see Bree, ask her. She's a farm girl and she can get in trouble. Rob says the answer is him. Yeah, you look like a single solo female on the road for 7 years in a minivan with a dog. You fit all the blocks. Good to see you, Rob. Timmy Ray, the president. Yep, there we go. Oh, gosh. Justin and Christina, some more Canadians aboard. Welcome aboard. Good to see you. Cheapers. All right. It's a minivan, Mike. She's been to Florida. I don't think there's any more clues, Mike. If there is, Bernays will worm them out of me. She'll try to trick me. Oh, I do have a question. Justin and Christina, are you going to be at M24 this year? I said that wrong. M24. Yeah. Are you going to come to Michigan this September? Close only counts in grenades and horseshoes. Yep. No, it's not River Styx, Timmy. When you think about it, River Styx is a male. As far as I know, he has a bus right now. He's never had a minivan that I'm aware of. And he's got 3 dogs, not 1. Wanna Wander. You know what, Renee? That's also a very good guess. But it's not. Not Wanna Wander. Bocce Ball. No, it's not Tumbleweed. This is a single solo female. Has a dog. Minivan. It's been on YouTube quite some time. Is on other platforms as well. Does a lot of vlogs. From California, is currently in the Pacific Northwest. And I can't think of any other clues. Oh, her middle initial is A. Kyle figured that out. I don't know how, but he did. Raven in a van, I am. Nancy, that is excellent. But pretty much Raven is in northeastern Wisconsin area, as far as I know. But yes, minivan, dog. Yeah, she does fit the portrayal, except I believe she is from Wisconsin. True, I've never met Raven. But Pacific Northwest, yeah, she's not there now. Nikki DeVonto. No, I'm not sure who that is. I might. But yeah, let me try to scroll down here. Oh, speaking of aliens, and if Steve, are you back on yet? Mom's driving. Your eyes are closed and praying. Oh, goodness, Nancy. Good one, Diane. Yeah, unless Tommy had surgery. Lucky dog. Welcome aboard, Sue. Oh, about the airstrip, yeah. Turns out that airstrip belongs to a company that they specialize in sports equipment, which includes ultralight. Do they really, Timmy? Okay. Steve is still eating. Okay, I'll just, since you're listening, um, when I was still in Roswell yesterday, and GPS took me along some side streets, and I heard this buzzing noise, kind of like, rah, 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 rah. I thought, what the heck? I'm listening. I'm slowing down, listening. What is that? I'm looking for drones. I'm like, what the heck am I hearing? And I drive along a little ways, and it's basically still there. And I'm thinking, man, something's going on with the truck. I thought, well, everything seems to be working fine. It's just a weird noise, almost like a bearing grinding. That's what it kind of sounds like. Rah, rah. And finally, it went away. Okay, I just kept going. That was in Roswell. Then I texted you that those strange looking power poles I thought were kind of, leave it to Roswell. The aliens have given the Roswell people a blueprint for upside down power poles. No, Linda, although that's a very, very good guess as well. It's not Dawn. So buttons on your underwear. I forget what town I was in, but filled up with gas and said, oh, it's time for oil. I saw a tree. Perfect. It was like 1:30 in the afternoon. The sun, it had a pretty good amount of shade. So I pulled up so that the shade is over the hood of the truck. Because, 99 degrees yesterday for the most part. The truck was hot. The body of the truck, you couldn't touch it, So parked in the shade and let it cool down. Went into the convenience store, got an iced tea, or my favorite. I came back out the truck and I heard that noise. What the? And then I realized what it was. When I was in Roswell, I'm driving along these side streets. There was trees. We're about 1.5 miles, maybe 2 miles. Lots of trees, and I think there was a creek or obviously those trees were as big as they were because they had a water source, and they were full of cicadas, or cicadees, however you want to say the name. And so was that tree that I was parked under, the cicadees. That's what that alien noise was. I really didn't see that much of interest in Roswell. But at least I can say I've been there. Adventuring with Amanda. That's a super good guess, Kyle. But it's not her. What's her dog's name? Winston. Yeah. Amanda's dog's name is Winston. Aliens like to probe. Good one, Phil. Oh, gosh. You adopted a termite. Oh, God. Phil, you got to admit, yours is good, but Nancy's right up there, too. Jeff, Cincy Plasma Tech, he did a short, he's mowing his lawn, and he's got his camera pointed at, he's got one of those front turn or zero turns. So up on the front left axle post, there's a large grasshopper. I forget what he named him. The grasshopper's just riding along, and then finally jumped forward, probably got killed. It was a cute film. It was on Facebook. Clint Eastwood. Oh man. Ooh. Yeah, I'm not sure. I almost ran into Amanda down in Sierra Vista, but I guess she zipped in and out of there without my knowing about it. I had sent her not an email, but I replied on one of her videos. Hey, I'm in Sierra Vista. I can help, with the dog adoption, whatever. Not adoption, but I was going to give some money. It didn't work out, so oh well. I probably did cross an alien portal at some point. When I was hearing those noises, I thought, okay, are other people hearing it? But there wasn't any other people around. I mean, there was a few houses here and there, but nobody, no traffic. There was a couple guys at a distance working at the golf course. Yeah, the Roswell Country Club. But other than that, I thought, okay, people hear strange noises in different parts of the world. Kind of like a noise in the air that no one can explain. Scientists don't know where it's coming from, whether it's being generated by the earth or, I thought, oh yeah, probably an earthquake is going to happen, or, the mothership's going to land, something. From time to time, I've had strange things. And I thought, well, bottomless lake, that's kind of strange. I don't know, Timmy. There you go. Dude, everyone is hearing strange noise. You get ignored for some strange reason. We know who you are, dude. Yeah. I love your shorts are amazing. I'm sure I haven't seen them all. Excuse me. Wow. I slept good last night. You know, there's a lot of stuff that you can find on YouTube, on the internet, about these weird noises that people hear, like droning. That just it's almost like it's there. They live with that noise. You know, I suppose maybe they get used to it. Maybe like living next to a factory that runs 24/7 or something. It's awfully funny. But I don't know what that was all about. You're not late, Nods. You're right on time for me to sign off. No, you're good. Good to see you. Permission granted. The Clue reviews. What? I'm missing something now. You're moving to Windsor, Ontario. Yeah, fantastic, Justin. That is great. That's great. You know, there's some other YouTubers as well. Uh, Kelly is in London. Uh, the park ranger. He just drove on by. Anyways, Area 52. Yeah, that works out, Phil. Yeah, there's Kelly. She's in London as, I think you know her, Ellie, uh, Miss Canadian Scrapper. She's in the London area. Um, Seems like there's somebody else in the area too that I can't think of offhand. But you won't be far from them when you're in Windsor. Weaponized acoustic surveillance. I have actually. They're just trying to drive us all nuts. It's a government experiment. Dude with AKA direction, yes. Direct DEW, directed energy weapons, yes. Lots of probing going on. That's right, Nancy. Yeah, that's right. Don't not watch my ads, Timmy. I'm monetized now, so ads is a good thing. You don't have to buy anything, just watch the ads. Roy Schneider, yeah. Separate platform, okay. One thing I want to do is apologize about the lighting. I haven't solved that issue yet. It has to do with the camera on the laptop. I think it was Phil that was telling me it's adjusting for the light. And, you know, I'm sitting in the shade, but I'm surrounded by sunlight, as you can see. To me, it's natural light. It should be sufficient. Of course, that one stupid light I bought at Walmart, which is technically for, you know, it's a mirror with a light around it, not bright enough. It might work out if I was doing this live stream at night, but I don't know how I'm going to solve that issue. Eventually, I'll figure it out when I think of it. Right now, my mind is more, okay, the next 300 miles and then the next 300 miles. You know, where do I get gas? That's really a concern, is making sure that, you know, because I have a range of 150 miles. And I have been close Yesterday was actually one of them. I was supposed to gas up in Roswell, and GPS took me to the highway, and I turned right on Highway 70, and there was nothing. I thought, well, there'll be a gas station. There'll be a gas station. Nope, nothing. Nothing. When I finally did get to a gas station, I filled it up. I had 4 gallons left in the tank. That's cutting it close for me. Dark because the light's behind me. Well, before I went live, I tried to put the light in front of me. That didn't help. Watch for snakes. Yeah, I've been watching. I did take a picture of a mushroom. But I watch for snakes all the time. Okay. When you live in and around boxes with wires and Wi-Fi, blah, blah, blah. It could. I've thought that before. It's probably Siri or Google muttering to themselves in the background about what ads they're going to send to you next. That sounds fun, Justin. Maybe we'll do one on you. About time somebody interviewed Justin and Christina. We got some newbies coming. There was one this morning. His name is David. Can't remember the last name, but he's got a campsite. Kevin's going to update the campgrounds with all the different sites. He's got that on his web page for where RV staying. It's proving going to be quite a bit bigger than last year. Aliens, at least one species, are reportedly small enough for Jack to fit many of them in the sin bin. Good one, Phil. Oh, the sin bin. There simply isn't enough time to describe it. Yeah. Cedar dust is toxic? Huh. I'm about 150 miles from Oklahoma, dude. Highway 54. This is Logan, New Mexico, where I'm at. And Highway 54 runs in a northeasterly direction. I think Dalhart. Let me look. The laptop is sitting on the map here. Let's see, Texas is page 190 something. All right. Texas Panhandle. Not in Tennessee, Texas. The western Texas. Come on. There's like 10 pages of Texas. Northeast, third, I want northwestern. Southeastern. Utah Western. What happened to Western Texas? Come on. I think it's on page 192. There it is. Amarillo. That'd be the next largest city, but I'm not going near there. When I cross the state line out of New Mexico, which is 35 miles from Logan, then the next another 42 miles is Dalhart, Dalhart. That's where I'll be. And who knows? That depends on how the day goes. I don't drive, 75 miles an hour like most of the Texans. Well, they drive faster than that. I putz along at 55, 60. So we'll see. Tonight's live stream or this afternoon's live stream, however you want to look at it, will be at 6 p.m. Eastern. That would be 5 p.m. Central, and it will be in Central Time Zone. And my computer may still be stuck on Arizona time. We'll see. Yeah. Hey, I like maps. In fact, I wish I had individual state maps, foldable maps. I have one for Arizona. That's the only one I have. Because even the Atlas, Rand McNally Atlas, as good as it is, it doesn't show you all the roads. There's roads like around where Steve lives. You won't find those roads on the Rand McNally Atlas. But there they are out in the desert, paved roads running right by Steve's house. Does it show on the map? No. On an Arizona road map, individual, only dedicated to the state of Arizona, it might. You almost need to get it down to a county map. Then, the ancient thing that I'm looking at, the Rand McNally. Actually, it's the 100th anniversary of Rand McNally. The maps, anyways. Yeah, up from San Antonio. The fields were all swimming. Didn't see our own hands for our faces. Wow. Tommy! Love to have you here. Let's see. Yeah, that's another reason. It's kind of a backup for the GPS. Now the New Mexico map doesn't show the private airstrip that GPS took me to. So you kind of need both. Yeah, it could be EMF. Why? Well, you got the Army base, which is intelligence. And I'm sure dude can, if it's not too windy, he can step out his door to look up and there's Blimpie. Who knows what Blimpie is emitting? Trying to see the illegals crossing the Huachuca Mountains. These days, no, hardly see anyone using. Yeah. Wow, that's amazing, dude. So I learned something interesting. I don't know, it just was one of those stray things you do. You see other people's questions like, what does this mean, or what does this stand for, or what does? So I always thought, McNally, that's almost a common name, Irish or Scottish origins, I would suppose. But Rand, you don't hear you hear Anne Rand, the author. Pretty much, there was a Rand, wasn't it, politician? Can't remember. A few years back, Paul Rand. Or was it Ron Paul? I don't know. There was a Ron, there was a Rand. Anyways, Rand. So I thought, well, who is Rand? What family? turns out that it's not a family. RAND in Rand McNally, the RAND, RAND, that's research and development. That's what it stands for. So that's pretty cool. Here comes Park Ranger again. Maybe he'll talk to me this time. Yep, he's going to talk to me. Oh. Good morning.
No, I just go through it, just reservations, from reservations. Did you make a reservation?
I did.
Did you?
Couldn't find my spot. I thought this was my spot. 6.
There's a lot of 6s. Which? That's
I
right.
found. Oh, I went back on my thing last night. So Logan's Blue.
Oh,
I couldn't find Logan's Blue.
it's
I
2
went
miles
to
out.
3 different places.
Well, let's see what this is.
Yes. Well, that's okay.
Okay, it's sorry,
It's all right.
none of my business. But anyway, let me see what I can do. And if you like this,
I'm
Are
getting
you
ready
good?
to leave. I was already booked it for one
oh,
night.
and then what the heck?
Yeah.
So I was gonna say though, if you like this, I'll switch
I thought,
some stuff.
yeah. Well, yeah. Basically, I was only here. I booked it for one night, but I was supposed to be at 006 Logan.
That's about 2.5 miles that
So
way.
I did.
That's okay.
You got like 4 parks.
4 parts of the park. Yes.
Yeah, and GPS doesn't care.
They don't. They no.
GPS first took me to an abandoned airstrip.
Oh, that one?
No,
On the other side of the dam?
the other side of the lake. There's a big ranch. Somebody lives out there. There's
Oh,
a company that does
I know who it is.
sports vehicles and
Bex.
boats.
That's
Yeah,
back roads. I
yeah.
took you to Rock. I took
and
you
I
to
think
Mine
it
Canyon.
actually belongs to them.
I took you to Mine Canyon. That's
Right.
part of the park.
Okay,
Too.
yeah. Then
Then
the next one was
right over there. You see the
the
house
boat launch. Yeah.
over there? That's another part of the park. Yeah,
That's funny. That's funny.
that's a big park. But anyway, yeah, that's cool.
Okay,
You're
yeah.
good.
Next time I'll try to find Logan's.
It's 2 miles that
2
way.
miles. Okay, kind of figured.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Have a good one. See all that, and I didn't get arrested. Ahoy, Tommy. You call them those hymns, but they blink. I'm sure there's drones up there for 2 reasons, dude. As you know, Huachuca Army Base, that is the training grounds for military intelligence. And they've been doing drones from the air base, the Huachuca base, since 1954, maybe even earlier, which is kind of interesting. So they're practicing, and I think they're serving a dual purpose. They're practicing, they're probably using infrared, looking for illegals coming across the mountains, basically on your back doorstep. Patsy, welcome aboard. Current administration is trying to get a handle on the border before the election. That could be why there's been such increased traffic down there as far as border control. That place where I was staying on Hunter's Canyon, there was another guy that was staying by me too. In fact, he called this morning. He's still in Sierra Vista. Anyways, and he camps out there at Hunter's Canyon every night. But he leaves early in the morning before the locals show up on their bicycles or their horses, that kind of thing. The Border Patrol has been extra busy. And I think Steve's got a point there. They're probably just increasing to show, hey, we're doing something. Ayn Rand, Atlas Shrugged, and the Fountainhead too. That's right. Favs of mine as well. He didn't get notified. Well, That's why I try to be consistent, Rose. We try to come on at the same time every time. So, uh, 5 o'clock this afternoon will be on again. In fact, I'm over time right now. Uh, and then the other shows are always at 6 p.m. Eastern, which is 5 p.m. your time. So, because a lot of people don't get notifications, and I don't get notifications either. I just try to remember, like, for instance, Steve goes live uh, 8 a.m. on Monday mornings. Bad Seed, Sue, classic movie. Huh. I do remember something crazy. Yeah, the man. Yeah, he was ready to switch my reservation over to here. He might be an alien, yes. Good one, Steve. Yeah. He was curious about my pacemaker. He probably thought I was an alien because I have things coming out of my chest. Alien eggs. Wow, I remember that. That was, yeah, that was bizarre. Each nipple. Timmy had to block somebody. Rose is up to posting links. Things are almost back to normal now. Right? Yeah, the newer drones, I don't know what they're using. They might be jet powered. Anti-gravity. That's what they're using. That's an oxymoron, Steve. George Carlin did a thing on that. Military intelligence? Jumbo shrimp. Yeah, there was a bunch of other ones too. I don't know, dude. I definitely seen illegals, and I definitely seen the Border Patrol nabbing them up in St. David. There was a big show going on there when I happened to be going to work, and all of a sudden, good grief, get off the road. Here comes a Border Patrol in mass and local sheriffs, and good grief, it was nuts. It's like, is anybody protecting Cochise County while everybody is in St. David? Holy cow. But yeah, they had some nasty looking dudes in the beds of their pickups. EchoMov drones can spot humans from 11,000 feet with infrared. You know, that's the other thing. That Jesse guy that I've been camping with in Sierra Vista there at Hunter's Canyon, we could see flashlight signals going on from up on top of Miller or Carr. I don't know which peak it was. I still haven't been able to say this peak is that peak and this peak, still haven't quite narrowed them down. But yeah, there's definitely signaling going on. And then here comes down the trail at a high rate of speed, and it's dark. A guy on a bicycle, mountain bike, with a very, very bright headlight. So that's good. At the speed he was going, yeah, I don't care how good you are on your bike, how good your lights are. There's rocks. There's also snakes. It just something didn't make sense that he was out there when it was dark. So you wonder, was he one of the lights that was flashing back? Don't know. They communicate with lights. And the spotters might not necessarily be from Mexico. The spotters could actually be United States citizens that are helping the cartels to bring the aliens across the border. Okay, I'm missing out on the comments here. Yeah, that's true, dude. How's Perry doing? And what was his son's name? I like that guy. They're nice people. I swallowed a donut. That's funny, Nod. I like that. Lookouts are on the hilltops. They signal the migrants when it's safe to head north. Yeah, I'm sure. But now, what we were seeing, the light was shining down kind of towards us. So we were on the north side of the mountain. The border would have been the border was on the south side of the mountain. We're on the north side of the mountain. So if they were signaling back to Mexico to say it's okay to come up, that's not quite right. But I don't know. They've got their own things, and we're pretty sure that, we've seen cars go up that trail in the evening hours, or sometimes even during the day. And you think, oh, nice car. He's driving that nice car up that trail. That's almost, you need a truck. But then next thing you know, they come back. They were only up there for 10 minutes. Well, if you're going to sightsee, I think you'd spend more time. We're talking the same car. We're not talking, oops, I made a mistake. I can't take my car up that mountainside. And they turn around. No, it's the same car. Are they dropping off supplies that the spotters can pick up? Or what? What's going on? I seen one of them get pulled over right where we were camping. Border Patrol pulled him over. And then they let him go. So, I don't know. There's more than maybe just illegals. It could be some, drug smuggling going on as well. Yeah, don't know, Steve. They have their own code. Okay. We should carry this conversation on forever, but guess what? I got to break camp and get out of here. As much as I love New Mexico, I want to see Texas this afternoon. I will say, Steve, Roduso, I don't know if I'm saying it properly. Lily and I had quite a conversation about Roduso, but yeah, the fire did some damage through there. On the other hand, there was areas that you could see where there was some damage, okay, there's 5 pine trees that are destroyed, but then there's 5 pine trees right next to them, look perfectly fine. Uh, I say I should buy some land there and harvest the burned pine and learn to make adobe. But it was definitely a beautiful, beautiful area. The parts of it reminded me of Michigan. You know, people that live in the kind of like the swale that's off on the south side of the road. It's kind of like a valley. You know, you wonder about flooding, but there's a lot of people who live down there, so maybe they've got that kind of under control. Yeah, I seen a guy out mowing his lawn. I'm like, dude, you shouldn't run power equipment when it's 95 degrees out. But yeah, it's just a beautiful area. And then there was the racetrack. Now, somebody told me yesterday, that gal at the gas station where I filled up, when I realized that it was cassicides in the trees that were driving me nuts. She said that they're going to move the racetrack. I don't know why. I don't think the racetrack was hurt by the fires, but maybe it was. I don't know. But I could see the horse track, racetrack, if you will, the downs from the highway. The casino was still open, so what's up with that? There's like, I don't know, there's a bunch of casinos through there. The Mescalero Apache must have really cashed in on that. You met Prince Charles in New York. My goodness, Jimmy. You've met a lot of famous people. Watch the top knot. I will. I'll be careful on my trip. I'll probably see something interesting that we'll talk about this afternoon. So we'll see you at 6 p.m. Eastern. We will continue to try to guess the channel. I don't know what clue I'm going to give you next. I've given you an awful lot of clues without telling you who she is. Somebody's going to figure it out. It's either going to be people have been so close. Kyle's been actually the closest. His guests have been so spot on, but not quite. All righty. Till this evening, fair winds and smiles. And of course, may God bless. Thank you for being aboard.